And I'm live. That is pretty cool. Today is 14th of November 2025, Friday, and with that, let's just begin. Start doing Go and stuff. Yeah, let's go. That is a better introduction. Yes, let's go. And why Go? Yeah, Go mascot SVG. Why Go? Because I need Go for something that I have to do. So yeah, let's go. And Go is statically compiled. That is, the types of variables are known when the variables are defined. The types of each variable, each value is known at the compile time. So that is statically typed. And Go is compiled. Yeah, because yeah, Go is compiled. And also it has a garbage collection, garbage collector, which is crazy. How does Go have a garbage collector when it is compiled? That is kind of crazy. Tutorial. Let's get started with Go. Table of content. In this tutorial, you will get a brief introduction to Go programming. And yes, so we will go through the tutorial. Let's see. Yep, shit, is that kind of it? Prerequisites, install Go and stuff. Then there is learn X in Y minutes for Go. Yes, I guess we can go through some of this. And then for practice purposes, there would be advent of code. Let's go. 12 days for the advent of code 2025. But before that, we can go to other branches, maybe advent of code 2020, 2015. And shit, that was a nice one. Shit, that keeps on going on. That is nice. And yeah, we can do this one for practice. And for theory, let's go with the tutorial. Hello, Rust done. Rust is in progress. I need Go for something that I have to do. So yes, Go. And Rust is also happening. And Go, as I've heard, is not very complex. It is like C, but simpler C. I have watched the Fireship video. I guess that is how you start learning a new language. First watch the Fireship video and then study the language documentation. Anyways, in this tutorial, you will get a brief introduction to Go programming. Along the way, you will install Go, write some simple hello world, use the Go command to run your code, or compile your code. Okay, use the Go package discovery tool to find packages you can use in your own code. That is nice. Call functions of an external module. Okay. And note for other tutorials, this prerequisites, some programming experience. We have some programming experience. A tool to edit your code, Vim, free. Yes, Vim. We go with Vim. And what is this paid thing? Golang is paid. Shit. Okay, Goland. It is paid. VS Code is free. Yeah, but we go Vim. Yes, Pro OG thing, Vim. Command terminal. Yes, we have Vim. So yes. Install Go, I guess. Shit. Um, uh, increase size of the icons there. 93 into 89, that would be 98,100. Uh, yes, 8,100 plus 270, 8,370 minus 90, 8,370. 8,370 minus 93, 8,300 minus 20, 8,280 minus 3, 8,277. Shit, I meant to write 200 there. I meant an 8 here. 8,277. Okay, shit. I had the right answer, but my bad. Yeah, I've seen videos where to go. They say Go is better to learn than Rust. Yeah, yes, it is easier to learn. Go is so easy and fun. Shit, let's go then. So what you making with Go? I have to learn about the memory management in Go. There some assignment that I have to do. We migrated from Java to Go. Shit, I guess you are a working professional for Docker. orchestration project and bare metal server management project, we migrated from Java 8 to Go. I guess you can migrate from Java to any language and that would be good. But yeah, yes, we hate on Java. That is one thing. And that is cool. And Docker is also written in Go completely, so that is cool. Yes, that is why you moved from Java to Go. And Go is easy and fun. Let's go. Okay, we have to install not in the Rust thing. Okay, JSON. Shit. Bottle Go, manifest Go. Okay, it is downloading. And write some code. CD, go to the place, create a hello world directory, enable dependency tracking for your code. Enable go mod init. When your code imports packages contained in other modules, you manage those dependencies through your code's own module. That module is defined by go.mod file that tracks the modules that provide those packages. That go.mod file stays with your code, including your source code repository. So this is like the JSON file which has package.json is 93 into 90 minus, yes, that's what I did, but still I messed up. I messed up the writing the answer part. Yes, new language, let's go. Oh, bro can say let's go. Yes, let's go. And go is there. So let's make hello cd hello and then go mod init. Shit. uh that was the command. Go mod init, run the go mod init command. Cannot determine go module path for hello. Outside go path module must be a specified. Use example.com to initialize version 1. Huh? Okay, let's see. CD there, enable dependency tracking. To enable dependency tracking in your code by creating, giving it the name of your module. Go in it, example, hello. But why is there example creating? No, new thing, module, example, hello. Go help mod init. Go use it. Module path init initializes and writes a new go.mod file in the current directory. In effect, creating a new module rooted as at the current directory. The go.mod file must not already exist and it accepts an optional argument. An optional, this was supposed to be optional argument if the module path is omitted, and init will attempt to infer the go module path using import comments in.go files and the current directory if go path if in go path. Okay, so that does work. That does work. Go.mod. We have the name of the module and we are calling it hello. And we do have the tree setter parser for go mod. That is cool. And hello dot go is here. And shit, I do not have go LSP. I do not have LSP for go. We'll have to set it up. Give path, yes. Go command start with go keyword, go mod init. Yes. Now it does work. And yes, go mod init hello. It took path of okay, go dot mod go mod init hello slash where I am here. Okay, module this, go this. So this is path of the module. So if we include something, how do we include something? Package import. They said that if we do not give a path, then the go command will take the path from the file. Let's say uh, hello is the path, just that, and then go mod init. Hmm, that does not work. Example.com. No, no. Okay, we will get into that at some point, I guess. Go.mod and it says hello. Okay, we need LSP for Go. That is one thing. Go LSP, and but what did they say here? Create a Go file, Go code, FMT module, call external code. Okay, so this is they do not talk about LSP. Yeah, they do not talk about LSP. So slash new vim LSP config. Let's see the LSP for Go. Or shit, we can do in new vim help LSP config all and search for Go. Go install Arduino. No, shit. Okay, Go is a very common word. It seems Go. This one is for Go, but okay, this is not very good. Go PLS and this one. I don't know which one is the standard. Go Rivals TS Go TypeScript Go. Okay, Go LSP, Google's LSP server for Golang. Okay, that is cool. That is, yeah, that is cool. Google's LSP server for Golang. That is what we need. Go PLS. Go install Go PLS. Let's see, it is downloading PLS. That is cool. Vim.lsp.enable Go PLS. And now we should be happy. Hello.go and okay, yes, we are getting error. So that is nice. End of file. Shit, that is also an error. Yes, we are getting LSP support. That is cool. That was like actually pretty good. Okay, now about the coding part. Go there, manage dependencies and stuff. Okay, creating new module in your text editor, enter the file in which you can write, paste the following code. Okay, we don't know how to just paste. Package main import fmt function main fmt dot print p is capital in print somehow due to some reason. Okay, and func, that is a funky way. Import fmt and func, the funky way, main and fmt dot println hello world. Let's go hello.go and shit. Okay, what is the command then? Go run dot go run hello.go. How do you compile? This ran as a interpreter. So how do we compile and then run? This is your Go code. In this code, you declare a main package. A package is a way to group functions, and it is made up of all the files in the same directory. So everything in this directory will come under the main package. Okay, so that also runs. That is cool. And if we have two files, hello dot go dot, so yeah, package main and import fmt func main and print. We'll just use print and hello to from here. Okay, yes, shared. Okay, that does make sense. In the main package, we already have a main function, so that does make sense, and we can, I guess, call this one hello, and in the main one, we will call this function. Can we? Yes, we can. And just to make sure that this is the same hello function that we defined here, let's make the spelling different. Yeah, go run dot. That does work. So that is cool. That is cool. That is cool. Go is linking everything in the same package, and we cannot have the main function twice in the same package. That also makes sense. And let's play a bit more. Second package dot go, and we'll say packages. Second package expected package main package. No, I want my package to be named second. Why would you compiler package second expected package main func second function, and this will, I guess, if we have to say this inside here, module repeated module statement, or maybe in this function. And second package dot go count packages main import. Okay, I think I have the wrong picture of what is happening here. uh, I thought maybe in the same directory shared. Okay, every file in that directory will be in the same package, so we cannot have multiple packages in the same file. So if we delete this and create a new directory called second, and there we write second dot not cpp but go package second, that does work. So that is cool. Second printer or whatever, and we'll also import fmt, and we'll use fmt print hello from the second module with a new line. And how can we import this? Import dot slash second slash second. Current import second, no required module provides package dot slash second. Module. So in the mod file, we give a space and then we say, yep. Okay, that might be correct. Maybe. Yes, that is correct. That is correct. Okay. Initialization initialization failed. Go list initialization failed. User this. Uh, go.mod usage path. Does it not know where the second thing is? I think it does not know. Module name slash path. Okay. So module, and yes, I'm just messing around here. Second, yeah, second. So let's see how to, yes, hello, go mod in it. How to, multiple modules in Go. How to specify multiple modules in Go. Let's see. Go mod in it. Go work in it. Go work. Use this. Go there, and we can say module 1, module 2. Hello is the name. Okay, shit. Hello is the name of the whole module, and package is for packaging functions. Okay. Use what with no unknown directive. It does make sense. Why is syntax wrong? Syntax error. Unknown code block. Use is unknown. Multi-modular workspaces. Just if we could just see import fmt and what this is. Use is a thing. Go work in it. Just no modules. Unknown. This is that use is unknown. Go dot work is the thing that will have this thing. Okay. And the go version, go, whatever the version was here, which is 1.25.4. Use. Okay, that does work, it seems. And go run dot. Second listed in go dot work. Cannot load module because there is no module in that. Makes sense. CD second go init go mod init second go to back go run dot cannot load module. Okay, so go run dot and still okay current directory is contained is contained in a module that is not part of the workspace. Module in go.work. You can add the module to the workspace using go work use this go run dot and second imported and not used hello dot go second was imported second dot dot go second printer. But why didn't we get any LSP support here? Name second printer not exported. Okay, we will have to see how to export stuff. How do we export? How do we export? Get clone and stuff, import. How to export module and go? Let's see. Package my name function where export exported field type my struct is an exported struct. Package my package here is second. This is the function, this is the variable that we want to export, and type struct. Exported field and unexported field string. Oops, something went wrong. 12 years ago. Why were people exporting things in 12 years ago? That is too long ago. Prerequisites, okay, whatever they are. Let's see, where are they doing some exporting? They have defined, okay, and they never export the function. Okay, this is how you tell what the return type is. That is nice. Package greetings, return messages, return a greeting that embeds the name in a message. This is the first code, but how implemented hello function to greet the sender. Okay, in Go, but this is a shortcut for declaring and initializing. That is very nice. But how do we export? Call your code from another module. Makes sense. Import examples.com. Why do they have examples.com? Go mod init. Okay, shit, that is like beyond the point right now. Right now, we just have to see the basic syntax of Go and then do some add-in of code questions. That is the main goal right now. Go run. Yes, we are able to write hello world. We are able to write much more than hello world. That is also nice. Okay, and what is the basic understanding at this point? It is that we have this thing, Go module, which is telling us that every file in this directory is under the hello module. That is nice. And yeah, every file is under the hello module. And inside that module, we have a package called main. Wait, how is the hierarchy of things? Uh, Go packages and modules. Like, what is the hierarchy? Tutorial, an introduction to packages, importing, and not how to import and stuff. My bad. Shit. But what is the hierarchy? Package. We are importing packages. A package in Go is essentially a named collection of one or more Go files. Okay, package main. In Go, the primary purpose of package is to help you isolate and reuse code. Every .go file that you write should begin with a package name statement, which indicates the name of the package that the file is a part of. For example, in the lucky number code above, the package main line declares the main.go file is a part of the package named main. That makes sense. At the moment, our lucky number application consists of one package. Okay, and lucky number application and touch. We have just one package. Okay, that is cool. That is okay. That is okay. We have just one package, and let's stay with the tutorial. Okay, we are able to write hello world. Let's see. This is your Go code. In this code, you declare a main package. A package is a way to group functions, and it is made up of all the files in the same directory. All the files in the same directory belong to the same package. Import the popular FMT format package, which contains functions for formatting text, including printing to the console. This package is one of the standard library packages you got when you install Go. Okay, this is a standard library. Implement a main function to print a message to the console. A main function executes by default when you run the main package. Okay, run your code to see the greeting. Yes, we can run. We did run. The go run command is one of many Go commands you will use to get things done with Go. Use the following command to get a list of others. We can use go help. That does make sense. We can always use help. If first character is capital, then it is then it can be exported. Otherwise, if the first capital is small, then it cannot. Shit, that is crazy parsing. Shit, that is true. Okay, when this was small, there was some error, which it is function is not being used, but now it can be imported. Shit, that is crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. Go work. So we can, I guess, now import second imported and not used. That is the error. Shit. Bro is a genius. Bro is a genius. Shit. That is cool. That is very cool. That does work. Go run dot. Yo. Hello world. Hello two from here and hello from the second module. That is crazy. Okay. So what is happening? LSD. Let's see. We have go mod, go work, two files. Yes, two files, and then a second folder which has a module, another Go module. Okay, and if we cat second go.mod, here this says that the name of this module is second, and cat second.go. Here we are saying that this file is part of the second package. That is my understanding, which can be like completely wrong. Okay, this file is part of the second package, and we are importing FMT. And this function, since this is beginning with a capital letter, this is exported. This can be imported by other files. That is pretty cool. Ken Thompson. That is pretty cool. Okay, and then cat go.mod for this is the mod file for the main function, the thing where we are writing, and this package is called hello. And if we cat go dot work, here we are importing the current package, which is hello, and the second package but I think if we were to say main.go and package main and import fmt and found package dot main second dot go in users, so we cannot have main and second at the same time. Okay, whatever their rule is regarding all of this seems to be going pretty cool. Okay, we can import and do stuff with the package, and we can do LSD if you want to. When you need code to do something that might have been implemented by someone else, you can look for a package that has functions you can use in your code. Makes sense. Make your printed message a little more interesting with a function that from an external module shared. Okay. There is an external module called code and code.go. Hello.go. Yes. And import, the name of the thing was rcs.io/code. rsc.io slash no required module package provides this rsc.io/quote. That is exactly what we have written. We have to do something else. After adding, add new module. Go mod tidy. Finding module tidy found RSC codes in this. Okay, we have to add this into our module. Go mod tidy. Finding modules for this thing, and they have downloaded and added stuff. Shit. We have quite a few things now. We can delete this. Go.sum, that is a new file. And this has links to things. And please inspect tree. How can we see go.sum? Who is the tree sitter? Anyway, and in go.mod, we are requiring external thing, and this is called require. Okay. And do we have something in the work? We do not have anything in the work folder. That is also now. We can just delete the work folder. We can even delete this. Here we can delete this, and here we go quote dot code. Go run this file, and what do we see? Don't communicate by sharing memory. Share memory by communication. Sh Tenet, Christopher Nolan. Shit. Okay, we are getting the same quote again and again. Okay, that is not very imaginative, I would say. Shit. Even they have the same code. Don't communicate by sharing memory. Share memory by communicating. Okay, notice that your code calls the go function, printing a clever message about communication. When you ran go mod tidy, it located and downloaded rsc.io code module that contains the package you imported. By default, it downloaded the latest version. Okay, where was it downloaded? It is not here. I guess there is a global repository, or maybe we can see using some LSP stuff. Yes, we can see. And how do I see the location of the current file in Vim? Location, file, read, type, copy, explore, no, path. That is %p file path. 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 Shit. C. Path of the current file in Vim. Not sim, in Vim. Control G, yes. Shit. Okay. This is inside home directory, go, package, mod, RSC. Okay. So in Go, we have global packages, and we have a buggy package which imports testing and does some buggy things. Okay. Okay, that is nice. That is nice. And there was a expand function and to file and not life. There was the second expand. Yeah, yes, that makes sense. Percent colon P is a shorthand for the path of the current file, and we can expand that and then we can echo that thing. Right now we do not have a file, so what would happen? Expand percent P, nothing, because we are not inside a file, but here echo expand percent comma P, and yeah, we do get the path of the current file completely. That is cool. Shit, it was 11, then it became 9. That's like 911. Okay, and okay, that is cool. We have written our first write more code. Let's go to learn X in 5 minutes. Go was created out of the need to get work done. Okay, it is not the latest trend in programming language theory, but it is a way to solve real world problems. It draws concepts from imperative languages with static typing. Go does have static. We have not defined any variable. Static typing. It is fast to compile and fast to execute. It adds easy to understand concurrency because multi-core CPUs are now common, and it is used successfully in large code bases. 100 million LOC at Google. Okay, Go comes with a good standard library and a sizable community. Single line comment, multi-line comment. Build tag is a line comment with this but can be executed by this. Okay, whatever the build tag is, package main. A package clause starts every source file. Main is a special name declaring an executable rather than a library. Makes sense. In Rust also we have two types of cargo, or we have two types of modules. Binary modules, which is, I think we can have multiple binary modules, but we can only have a single library module, or it might be the other way around. But yeah, there is a distinction between executable modules and library modules. Import declaration declares library packages referenced in this file. Import. Okay, that makes sense. This is the name of the package, and then import all of this stuff. OS functions like working with the file system, string conversions. Okay, yes, a web server, and HTTP, math, IO implements IO utility functions, for which you can also use the OS function. It seems a function definition. Main is a special name. Is special. It is the entire entry point for the executable program. Love it or hate it, Go uses brace brackets. That is fine. Like, okay. And then beyond hello, call another function within this module. Functions have parameters in parentheses. Okay, and they have declared a variable X. Variable declaration, variables must be declared before use. Variable assignment var X and type int. But why are we not using any semicolon? Shit, that is crazy. We are not using any semicolon. Here we do have a semicolon. If we remove it, no error. That is cool. And if we do var X is an integer, that also does not work. X is not used. That is the error, but that is fine. It is still not used. How to format string in Go? Or yeah, print formatted string in Go. Let's see, Go by example is something. Okay. Printf. That makes sense. There is literally printf there. Okay. Um, and the number x is %d, new line, and x. And we can delete this. It feels very strange to not use semicolon, and it does feel very strange to not use semicolon. The value of the number x is 5. That is nice. We can do formatted printing with printf. That is cool. Beyond hello. Inside this, functions have parameters in parentheses. If there are no parameters, empty parentheses are still required. Let's write a function that takes in some parameters. Adder takes in x int and y int. I'm just guessing. If that is correct. That is cool. And then let's say this returns an integer. That is cool. And integer would be x into y. That is very deceptive. The name of the function is adder, but it returns the product. That just works. And can we call the function inside this? Adder given x and 10. The number is shit. The number is 10x. The number 10x is 50. That is working. So yeah, that's cool. Working. Go is working. Okay, beyond adder, variable declaration, variable assignment. We can use this syntax where variable name and the type, or we could use this short declaration, use this. I think this is called the walrus syntax in Python, if I'm not mistaken. Syntax Python. Yes, it is the walrus syntax in Python. Okay. And some product we can. How is this function returning multiple things? Okay, it can return multiple things. That is cool. A function can return multiple things without putting them all inside a structure. That is good. Let's use y equals walrus syntax and the phone is going to die. But why is this outside the screen? Map OS. Uh, not equal to z, but this is equal to 60. 300. Okay. And let's remove this and func twice returner, and this will take in integer x and integer y, and this returns an integer and an integer and return, I guess, like this. Okay, yes, it is expecting stuff. Expected operand inside this, found this. Okay, return x into y comma y minus x. Okay, how do we return multiple things without the braces? I guess that is how we define tuple and stuff. x and y are integers, and then return this sum product, both are integers. Yeah. Okay. Okay, the type comes later after the variable name. Okay. And let's say xy a comma b equal twice returner takes in x and y. I said we messed up some. We didn't mess up. We have used a short syntax, fortunately. Okay, df this and pass in a comma b. Or can we pass in twice returner here? No, we cannot. You have to give in the variables. Okay, that is nice. Let's do go run dot. Makes sense. Numbers are this and this. A comma b. Numbers are 355, 55, 60 minus 5, 55. That is good. It does make sense. Okay. Hello beyond is short syntax. Learn multiple, returns multiple things. Learn types is also something. And print ln. We can join these by spaces. Okay. Hello.go. Print ln first a. This is not C++. A, then second B. Go run dot and first and second. And shit, there is a space between these two. So I guess we don't have to give that space. It is inherently there. Between the things that are being joined by the comma, space is given automatically. So that is cool. Multi-line comment. So if we were to do something like this, we were to do a comma b, go run dot, we will have space between the numbers. So that is nice. That is nice. And what have we learned till now? How to define a variable. There is this direct, long, manual way to do things, or this short walrus operator. Use this. Okay, they are not saying that this thing has a name, so we will call this walrus operator. So they have this walrus operator, and we can return multiple values from a function, and this is how we do things. And variable name comes first, and then the type of the variable, both in the declaration and in the both in the input and the return type. And if these belong to the same type, we just give the type once and we are done with it. That is cool. Multi-line comment. I guess this is multi-line comment. Multi-line comment. Okay, functions can have parameters and multiple return values. That is cool. Multiple parameters and return values. Here x, y are the arguments and sum and product is the signature. What's happened? Shit. Uh, they have given name to the values which are returned. So shit, that is strange. Uh, Product and diff or sub, they are of type int. So I guess when we go to like details about this function, we see that the first thing is the product and the second is sub. So this is for readability purposes, it seems. That is cool. That is cool. We can name, literally name the written values, give them a name like we give to the parameters. That is cool. Some built-in types and libraries. Okay, functions. Okay, short declaration. This is a string. Usually gives you what you want. This a raw, same string type. This raw, this string literal can include line breaks. This is a raw string literal. Non-ASCII letters go source is UTF-8, that is cool. Non-ASCII UTF-8, that is cool. We write our okay. We write our netcode for Tron in Go. Shit, that is something we can do in Go. Yes, we have float 64, right? And we have complex numbers inbuilt. That is cool. And then var syntax with initializers is 7 unsigned with unsigned. So this 7, which is an int, is being converted into an unsigned number, and this thing is being evaluated and then given to this float 32. Var syntax with initializers. Okay, var syntax with initializers. Conversion syntax with a short declaration. Conversion type. This would be 10 alias for uint 8 arrays. Okay, we will come to arrays, but before that, byte, can we convert any given type into any other given type if of course it is compatible. B, or let's say C, walrus operator equals unsigned int uint uint of B. I messed up. Declaration not used, that is the problem. Well, we have used it. Or let's say convert this not into a char. Okay, D walrus equals A. So what is the type of D? RUNE. RUNE. RUNE is an alias for integer 32 and is equivalent to integer I. It is used to be converted to distinguish character values. Yeah, Unicode values. So we will see the value of B, which is the difference of these two things. Let's change B. B will be equal to some ASCII value, and we can use 97. 97 is A, I think. 97 is small a. We just see 97, we do not see the number. We can typecast using printf. If we say B equals A and here we say D, what do we see now? Shit, D is 97. A, yes, A is 97. So we are seeing not the ASCII value. That is fine. That is fine. Hello, how is everything going on? Yeah, we are doing some Go. We'll do advent of code after getting to know some bit of Go. And yes, I will also show you when we are doing advent of code, I will show you how I've arranged my advent of code branches because it looks very cool. It looks very cool. Like actually, it is a flexible thing there at GitHub. Conversion syntax, we can do conversion. Arrays have fixed size at compile time. There's a normal inbuilt array, it seems. Okay, let's see a few more things. Array, we have an array int integer array. Okay, size undetermined, but these are the values: a copy, a4, this is a copy. Okay, and changing a value and then println false, because we changed 25 and 25. That makes sense. Or no ellipses here, so why did we use ellipses there? An array initialized with a fixed size of 5 elements with values this, and no ellipses here, no ellipses in this one. Okay, I guess we could have avoided ellipses here also. That is fine. Then make this allocates 4 integers, initializes them to 0. Slice of 4 integers. Okay, initializing them to be equal to 0. Two-dimensional array of floats, but declaration only, nothing allocated here. So this is on the stack or where? Anyways, I guess we can do some add-on of code now. That would be fine. How to read while in Go. And let's see. This is the first question in add-on to code. And okay, we have to check what floor do the instructions take Santa. Shit. Santa was hoping for a white Christmas, but his sweater machine's snow function is powered by stars and he is fresh out. To save Santa, to save Christmas, he needs you to collect 50 stars by December 25th. Collect stars by helping Santa solve puzzles. 2 puzzles will be made available on each day in the Advent calendar. The second puzzle is unlocked when you complete the first. Each puzzle grants 1 star. Good luck. Here is an easy puzzle to warm you up. Santa is trying to deliver presents in a large apartment building, but he cannot find the right floor. The directions he got are a little confusing. He starts on the ground floor, 0, and then follows the instructions one character at a time. An opening parenthesis means he should go up 1 floor, and a closing means he should go down 1 floor. The apartment building is very tall and the basement is very deep. He will never find the top or bottom floors. For example, this thing, he goes up and comes down. Both result in floor this. What floor does the instruction take Santa? Okay, this is very difficult. Shit, I'm not logged in. That is crazy. GitHub, I guess I should hide my screen for just a little bit. Yeah, my screen is not visible now. Just a little bit, and shit, I'm already logged in. That is really cool. I don't have code stuff. Shit, I have done this question before. Shit, my bad. How far have I gone in this? 2015. I've gone quite far. Let's choose some other year. Then 16. Yeah, I have not done any single question here, so that is cool. Let's see. This one, Santa's sleigh uses a very high precision clock to guide its movement, and the clock's oscillator is regulated by stars. Unfortunately, the stars have been stolen by the Easter Bunny. Easter. To save Christmas, Santa needs you to retrieve all 50 stars by December 25th. Collect stars by solving puzzles. Yes, read the lore. You are airdropped near Easter Bunny headquarters in a city somewhere near, unfortunately, is as close as you can get. Okay, near is the name of the city. This is like nowhere in from Marvel. The instructions on the Easter Bunny recruiting document, the elves intercepted start here, and nobody had time to work them out further. The document indicates that you should start at the given coordinates where you just landed and face north. Then follow the provided sequences. Either turn left or right 90 degrees, then walk forward the given number of brackets ending at a new intersection. There is no time to follow such ridiculous instructions on foot, though. So you take a moment and work out the destination, given that you can only walk on the street grid of the city. So that is clickable. Taxi cab geometry. Shit. That is like Manhattan distance. There is no time to follow such ridiculous instructions on the floor, though, so you take a moment and work out the destination, given that you can only work on the street grid of the city. How far is the shortest path to the destination? So we have to find out the destination and take the Manhattan distance. Follow this. Okay, R2, L3, L3 looks like cash. L3 leaves you 2 blocks to the east. Okay, okay. Puzzle input is this. Let's do this. Some go things. Let's go. Okay, I do have a add-on of code folder and branch is this. Git switch create 2016. We are in the 2016 branch and rm rf everything here. rm rf everything. Yep. Delete all the files. ls everything is empty. And yeah, make there day let's say from 00. I think this is the syntax 00 to 10. ls shit, that is not the syntax. That is not the syntax. That is not the syntax. Shit, I messed up. I messed up. I completely messed up. Is that the syntax? I think a dollar sign would work instead of this. How to give range in bash. Dot 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 dot. My bad. Make there 00 dot dot 10. We uh, make there day 00 to 10 like this. 10 ls we do have the folders. Let's go to day 0 ls and right, get its status, get, and why do we have an env file here? lsa rm.e. What even is in the env file? cat.env cat.env rm.env clear. The cookie changes, so that is not my current cookie, so that is nice. And get status, get why do I have a readme? Okay, it has been deleted. That's cool. Get add everything and get created branch for 2016. Push Git remote main git push origin 2016. And if I now go to my GitHub, add of code, not 2023, here, add of code, up here, then there is a new branch, 2016, which is like, where are all the directories? They are here, but they are not there somehow. This branch has nothing. Anyways, cd day 00 ls and text.txt paste the instructions and part1.go. Package main function main, and this will do the things. What you have to do is read this text file that we have, this one. First of all, we have to read, that is the main thing. How read file in go by example. Let's go by example. IO is a thing that we have to import. Get the path, OS, current directory, and date. Editing and writing files are basic tasks needed for many Go programs. First, we will look at some examples of reading. Reading file requires checking most false for error, panic. This takes in an error, and if error is not equal to nil, if there is an error, then we will panic with that error. os.read this thing. Perhaps the most basic file reading task is slurping a file's entire contents into memory. This is how we do it. File path join os temporary dir and then the file name, get the path os read file, get the data and the error, and then print. Let's print the contents of that file. We'll have to import. I think that is the syntax for importing. Yes, no, normal parentheses, fmt, and I path equals file path dot join. I'll have to see os dot temp dir. So temp dir and text dot txt and then print or fmt dot print ln or dat data comma error equals os dot read file given the path undefined data. Now it is better, and we will also check for error if error dot error is not equal to nil. Invalid operation. If e is not equal to nil, then panic. So we just panic with the given error. Otherwise, we'll log the contents of the file println. Capital P. No one is using IO. Okay. Go run dot. We do not have a module. How can we just compile a standalone uh, Go file? Main.go package fmt go cd go build part1.go ls we do have dot slash part1 and runtime error no file or directory text.txt open. Okay, that is not the file that we want to open. We have to get was tempted. Okay, shit, no, that is not the file. Makes sense. Not temp dir but os dot current dir or something. Dir entry, a dir entry read from fs returns a file system. Temp dir read dir. uh, think that might work. Go build part1 and part1 dot go output out. Okay, named files must go with this. That does not work. We see 76, 50, 44. What? 76, 44. We are reading this in character by character format and then printing this as a array instead of printing this as a string, because here we have two numbers and then comma, so comma should be this third number 44, and then after 44 we see a space. It's 1 2 3 things, and then we should see another comma, so comma which is 44, then three things, and then 44 again. 44, three things, 44. So we are reading this and or at least printing this in character by character format. Yes, this is byte. We can do data stir equals string declared and not used. What will we see now? Go build dot slash part1. Yeah, we do see string. That is nice. Okay, so we do have a string. Now we will split the string on commas and then yeah, we'll split the string. String in Go. Lang or Go. Yeah. String package. Okay, FMT strings. Are we importing strings? How is the thing going? Yes, we are not importing strings. Split an array in Go. We have an array in Go. How do we split that? Array, yes, we have something like this. And sure, we do not want to create a function. Don't we have an inbuilt function to splitting by a comma. Okay, we have this strings dot split. Okay, and original looks like this. We can do splice, create a splice, create a splice, create a splice. But if we have a string, then we can just use dot split function, split at this and get this. Okay, what is this? Splitting by a space, split at space, split 2. Explanation dot split returns a array of strings. So, okay, shit, strings is also a module. We'll import strings. Strings is the name of the module. Yes, it is. My array equals dot split not strings dot split str, or we don't even have to give str. We can say split string data at comma. Yes, we can do that. Then we'll say var r equals 0, how much we have moved in the right. We will have var no, we will have up, down, left, right, all of them equal to 0 initially, right? And then for var x n equals 0, x smaller than my air dot size is not something. Dot join dot length. Okay, length is a function, and x plus plus, and we will also have the current direction. Current equals 0. This thing leaves you 2 blocks away east, right 2. So we go 2 blocks to the right, and then from that right we move left, which is south. So the camera is inverted, so it might seem I'm doing moving the hands in the wrong way on a stream, but yeah, I'm not. So we are at a place, we go right twice, then left 3 times from there. So that is 2 and 3 leaves you 2 blocks east and 3 blocks, so total 5 blocks away. That is nice. If current equals, okay, before splitting current, we have to take this thing and split this into 2 parts. First character, so this is a string, we can get this character, but this the second part, the number, we have to get that, For that, convert a string to number and go. How do we convert a string to a number in Go? And why has Go been there for like 14 years? Do we want to give in the whole string? No, I think we can use the substring function. Parse int is also something we can use. Base 16 or whatever. String convert ATOI invalid string. Variable D direction equals my air if we don't actually need. Let's say steps equal string convert dot a toi and strings dot split clone join replace split no, trim. Shit, yes, we do also have to use the trim function because there are spaces in between the numbers. Yes, we do have to use the trim function. So yeah, call the trim function and on top of the thing that we get. Okay, we have to pass in some things to the trim function, and those things are first the string and cut set trim returns a slice of the string s with all leading and trailing Unicodes point contained in a cut set removed. With all leading and trailing Unicode points contained in cut set removed. Okay, that is nice. So the string is my air bracket x. From this, remove space and R and L. This returns two values. Okay. Data, comma, error equals strings dot atoi strings, not atoi, strings dot trim my air x and remove space rl. From this, which is also wrong. Assignment strings trim returns one thing. Okay, and what is that one thing? This returns a string. So why was this not working here? Because ATOI returns two things, it seems. Yes, integer and an error. Steps and ERR. We are not handling the error, so that is fine. Now, if my air x comma 0 equals r, I think that might be right. That is right, but if we were to do this twice, we would get error. We do get error. We need quite a bit of things. Shit, no. We can use some modular arithmetics here. Current equals 0, so current, yes, switch on my array x comma 0. case R, that is surprisingly working. Yeah. Case R, if R, then move right. If L, then move left. Those are the only two statements. If R move right, if L move left, or we can write 8 statements. Current can have 4 different values. We can write 8 different statements for handling all of these. Yeah. This plus equal is a thing here. Is the ternary operator a thing here? Golang, okay. No, we do not have a ternary operator in Golang, it seems. Mm, kind of do. No, we do not. If my air x comma 0 equal r, then else expected statement found else. Why would you find else? And why is the formatting like that? I guess that is why. Now we are much better. This looks much better now. Okay, declared and not used. That is the only error that we are getting till now. That is fine. Completely. Okay, we have increased current equals current mod with 4. Right now we are facing in some direction, and yes, we are facing some direction, and let's say +4, because this could even get negative. We don't want that to happen. Let's see. Okay, wherever we are, we'll say this direction is 1, this direction is direction 0, this is direction 2, this is direction 3, and yes, that is it. Now we'll check. We can use a switch for current like that. Case 0. If current is 0, then U plus equals steps. They're saying error is not used, so if error is not equal to nil, then panic with the error, right? Yeah. And then break. Case 1 is case 1, that would be right, plus equals steps, and then break. Case 2 is D plus equals steps, and then break, and then the last case is 3. I think there should also be a default way to say 3, but anyways, that would be left. That's equals steps, and we don't have to break. Shit. That is kind of stupid. No, that is not very. That is stupid. How much we moved in the right direction, how much we moved in the left direction. We'll take the difference and add that to the difference of how much we moved in the up direction and how much we moved in the down direction. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Answer: walrus operator equals absolute difference. How to get value in Go. Main package math.abs. ABS. It wants some things, and things would be up minus down plus math.abs right minus L. It wants cannot use R minus L. So why does this thing want a 64-bit value by default? Abs int. We can write a custom function or float or floating point for integers. Example int. We typically write a simple custom function. Okay. Okay, let's write a custom function. We can write it anywhere. Absolute int takes in x and also returns. Yeah, that is not how we say. Yeah, the integer comes later. Int, and if x is smaller than 0, then return minus x, else return x. Here, answer walrus operator equals absolute int up minus down plus absolute integer right minus left. Declared and not used. We are going to use it now. Print ln. Answer is finally, as it turns out to be. Answer. I guess there was some error. There is some error. Why do we have some error here? Print ln. How can we just use print ln here like this? Math is something that we are not using, so we can let go. Go build part1.go. Okay. Run part1 and error. Panic. String convert ATOI for invalid syntax. It seems we don't have to do this manually. And what is this? For loop can be modernized using. Okay, how do we modernize this? Range int for x in uh, go for loop in range. This range collection this range numbers or okay, we have to define this before range ch, make ch a range function, call println n inside range ch is make integer on heap and function go shit, are we calling this function inline? That is cool, inline function called close. That is some Go syntax, whatever it is. I don't get it. Hello, how is everything going on? Oh, boss. Yes, sir. For x equals 0, x smaller than length of my array and x plus plus. That is cool. It can be modernized. That is fine. Shit, yes, this can be written betterly. Yes, betterly is the word. Range my air. That is cool. That is cool. And we are not getting any error, which is crazy. X is an int. Range my air. Okay, I thought X might become the strings which are inside my array, but no, that does not happen. Trim. Okay, let's before trimming see what is happening. Println strings dot trim my air x comma space r and l and remove everything else. Not too much, but yeah. There is some error also there. We are not using that function. That is fine. Go build part1 dot slash run part1 and we see quite a bit of things. Answer, as it finally turns out, is 0. And we see numbers 2, 5. Do they correspond to the things that we see here? 2, 5, 5, 2. Yes, 2, 5, 5. That is nice. That is like literally very nice. And we were even seeing some big numbers. Big numbers. Okay. 193. Do we see 193? Yes, we do see 193. That is cool. That is cool. So what is the problem when we are using the like, range convert function? Steps and errors equal shit, what was the name of the function? I forgot. Stir, conv, stir conv dot apoi and first argument is let's store this somewhere and yes, we'll call say this s equals this thing, and here we will pass in s and split s at this. Too many arguments. Huh? Yes, that is too many arguments. If error is not equal to nil. If error is not nil, that means there has been some error, then we will panic with our error. fmt dot print f number space comma steps p is capital. We are not changing the binary. Go build dot part1. Let's dot slash part1 run it, and we do see the numbers, but we did panic at some point. Okay, because we are reading the last yeah, because we got panic because possibly we are reading the last thing here also as something R14 5 to 1 5 to 1. When is the thing? 5 2 1, and then we see 4. After 4 we must be seeing end of line or something like that, end of file or something like that. So how do we trim that part also? File go trim and the file truncate. Suffix from the end has suffix to remove. Suffix to remove is en. I don't think Go would have literally end written at the end of the file to indicate the end of the file. Read file, check for error, then length smaller than bytes to remove. Ensure there are enough bytes to remove. And then modified count bytes to remove. No, suffix. Yo, Golang is kind of chill right now. We also have this thing here in Golang. This thing, I don't know what the official name for this equal to is, but we are calling it a walrus operator because of Python. Mm. And we need some ChatGPT help. Okay. This. How to, like, what is the ASCII escape value code? Golang end of file, end of life, no, end of file escape value representation. How do we represent end of file? EOF in Go. IO dot EOF. Uh, in Go, how can I trim out the end EOF at the end of a file I am reading? Short answer, you don't trim. Stop reading when you hit this thing. Okay. Read. No, I'm calling the read file function. Yes, read file. and then trim space, or with strings, convert that thing into a string, and then trim space. This removes trailing new lines, spaces. Okay, that is the function that we have to use. Okay, okay. Before splitting, uh, yo, let's go. Literally, let's go. Go build part1.go / part1, and no error. Okay, we are good to go. What do we have to do? An event loop. We are not writing event loop right now. Lazy update, and then sync. Syncing is what we do. And now we have to do some matching stuff. We have our steps, then we have our steps. If my air x comma 0 is r, is r, then current plus plus, current is nothing. Okay, current is something that is equal to 0, which we can just say here, and give an extra 0. Current plus plus, else comes here, else current minus minus, and then current equals current plus 4 mod with 4. Use of semicolon is optional. And now a switch statement. Switch current case 0 means up, u plus equals steps. Case 1 means right plus equals steps. Did mess up in the formatting. Case 2 means down plus equals steps, and the default case 3 is left plus equals steps, and yeah, then the final answer. Okay, 373. Okay, did we got this right? 373. We will have to see. We will have to see. Shit. Okay, let's, before submitting, we can try our answer on this. Okay, but okay, I guess let's just direct submission, and that is not the right answer. Your answer is too high. Answer is too high. Answer is too high. Test txt text dot. Here, let's say we have this. And instead of reading this, we will read text txt, and R is 1, D is 2, fmt dot print ln current, and then let's say you are down and left. P has to be capital. Current value, u up, right, down, left. How many steps we have made in all of these directions? Is if R, yes, if R, then move to the right. If L, move to the left. And those are the only directions that we have. So yeah, that should work. Go build part1 dot go dot slash part1. Current was equal to 0. 1, we moved right 5 steps. That is correct. Then current became 0. Current became 0. We first moved right, then we moved left, which is up. So we moved up 5 steps. Makes sense. And then we moved right. So we should not be 3, we should be 1. But we are 3 and then we are 2 also. So this is not increasing. Okay, this is not increasing in the right direction. Or did you stop Rust and switched? I did not switch. I'm also reading Rust. Yesterday I made a post about Rust memory management. So yeah, Rust is also going on. I'm just reading about these things. I need Go for an assignment that I have to do at a place. Yeah, Rust is cool. And Go is very simple, so I thought it would not be expecting too much to start getting into Go, because Go is supposedly simple. Okay, we are not reading in the correct format. And part1 dot go and part1 dot go, we are not reading in the correct format. Yes, we are not reading in the correct format. Everything else is cool except this part. My array X. Let's output current and X and my array X and my array X comma 0. What do we see? Go build part1 dot go. Let's see dot slash part1. What do we see? 82 is our. Here we have spaces. Here we have spaces, which is kind of messed up. We have spaces. We should not be having spaces. Why do we have spaces? We are calling the trim. We are calling the trim function that is supposed to work. Shit, yes, that will not work. Okay, Makes sense. Okay, yes, makes sense. This does make sense. This does make proper sense. Okay, yes, we will here we say my air X will change itself with strings dot. I don't know the memory efficiency, how memory is being handled here, but yes, this is what I think. We remove space. So now space is removed. We don't have to care about space removal, and now we should be happy. Yeah, let's current up, up, right, down, left. Shit. Go build part1 dot go dot slash part1, and what do we see? Answer turns out to be 12, which is correct. So that is pretty cool. Part1 dot go, and here you see text dot txt, the final boss, and dot slash part1, and the final answer turns out to be 181. We can remove all of that other stuff that we are printing. Go build part1 dot go dot slash part1. Let's see, and the final answer turns out to be 181 again, and let's see, 181, and let's go. We got one gold star. That is what we wanted. Now part two. Then you notice the instructions actually continue on the back of the recruiting document. Easter Bunny HQ is actually at the first location you visit twice. The first location that you visit twice. For example, if your instructions are this, the first location you visit twice is 4 blocks away. Due east. How many blocks away is the first location you visit twice? We can have, okay, first of all, let's change this crazy coordinate system. We'll call this capital X and the other one Y. Right. And this is, let's say, this is I, and substitute X with I on the whole thing. Cool. X is fine. X and Y, they are not used. Okay, case 0, which means we are moving towards up. So Y increases. Case 1, we are moving towards right. So X increases. Case 2, we are moving towards down. So Y changes, but Y decreases. And case 3, we are moving towards left. That is why X in decreases. And the final answer would be absolute value of X plus absolute value of Y. Go build part1 dot go dot slash part1. Do we see 181? We do see 181. That is nice. So at least we have something working. And now we need to see maps in Go, or sets in Go. Let's see. Set is stuck. Okay, how does a map work? Google Maps, yes. Maps in Go. The GoPro. Don't we have book on Go? The Go. Yes, we do have. Shit, this is by Brian Kernighan. Yes, the Go programming language. This is by Brian Kernighan. He is an amazing human being. If you didn't know, It is downloading. It is downloading. Shit, this book is by Brian Kernighan. I do not know the other person. Brian Kernighan was the man who was present at the most important moments of history when we are considering computer history. He was there in Bell Labs when they were developing Unix. He was also there while Unix was being developed. C was also being developed by Dennis Ritchie and Ken Thompson, and he was always there. And he has written the C programming language book. It's cool. So yeah, Brian Kernighan is cool. I don't know the Donovan, Alan Donovan. African Heritage House, what? Huh? Gulag? Shit, he is somewhere. Almost. 400 pages. Let's go. We can do this. Uh, and that is a nice book. A tutorial. Web servers. Yes, add web servers in the tutorial itself. That is just what we need. Command line arguments and everything. This is a good book. I'll go through this. Maybe not on stream, but yeah, this is a good book. And how do we have maps in Go? Map, key type, value type. Value would be Boolean. Set, we need a set. Set key is interface. Type is struct. Don't we have Boolean type in Go? I think we can keep this Boolean. So to say that we have seen a coordinate map variable empty type map key key. We have two values which we want to use as key. We have two values. Either we can join them as a string, or we have two values which we want. If this was C++, then I would use pairs as the key, but here we do not have that. Can we take XOR? Would that work? So this is actually a good question. If I have two integers, what operation can I do on them to get some value that uniquely represents them? We can use the same or similar method which was used in a Veritasm video in which he was explaining Gödel's proof, but that would give us very big numbers. We do not want that. We can use this. Use a Cantor pairing function. Classic simple, works for non-negative integers. Use this. Multiply the first number. If x is bigger, multiply the bigger number. Yes, cleaner than Cantor. And yes, I've used this at some point in competitive programming. I cannot remember exactly when, but yes, y is smaller. So this is equal to the square of x plus x. So x into x plus 1, x into x plus 1 plus y. That is nice. And we do not want the other values to get back. We do not want back the original values. So this works. This works. Cantor function. We will use integer and bool. Let's go. Declared and not used, that is not actually a very big error. Okay, after will we say that let's write a function that will give us the canter value func. Wait, this is not canter, this is Suzu elegant pairing. This is very elegant. Actually, want -2. Shit, yes, we do need negative. We do need negative numbers. We do need negative numbers. We do need negative numbers. Yes, we cannot add them, we cannot multiply them. I was thinking XOR, but okay, XOR is also something that we cannot do. And concatenate digits. Ambiguous. Yes, where do you decide where the first digit ends and the second one starts? Convert your integers with F. Okay. If positive, then twice, and if n is negative, then minus 2n minus 1. Apply a pairing function. Negate takes in an integer x, returns. That is, by the way, wrong. Yeah, the type comes later. And we have to return n if x greater than 0, then return 2 into x, else return minus 2 into x minus 1. Okay, map, and Suzuki function. This takes in two integers, int x and int y, and returns. That is not how we define integers. In the parameters x comma y, both integers, and then if x is greater than y, then return x into x plus y, else return y into y plus x plus y. SZUD. So, okay. I think since we start from the middle, we will add middle to MP bracket results 0 comma 0, and we'll say that is equal to true. Okay. Uh, how to insert a value in Go Maps? How do we insert values in Go Maps? Go back and shit. Hello. In part of Go, I am part of a Go project. Go backend. Let's go. I guess that is cool. Go is uh, okay. Yes, I'm like wrapping my head around how Go works. Make string int initialize a map using make. Okay, insert values just like that. Okay, initialize a map using a map literal. Okay, we have not initialized the map, which makes sense. Make map and bool. at a school. Okay, okay. And if MP would stick for X, comma, Y, we don't use this. If we do have a value for this thing, then we will break. Then we will break. Or else if we do not break out of this for loop, then we will add MP groups. But before we have to negate these two. That is, if they are negative, then yeah, negate and negate X, comma, negate Y equals true. Yes, I'm using this map as a set, if that makes sense, and I think it does. Map as a set. Go build part1.go dot slash part1, and what do we see? 150, 185, which is higher than the last one, 185. Not right. Your answer is too high. This is not right. The answer is too high. What are the variables? How does the negate function work again? Pairing up numbers, right? This is how. And for negative, for greater than and even equal to 0. We messed up the negate function. Okay, let's see if this works. Go build part1.go. Yeah, dot slash part1 and 185, which is the same as before. So nothing changed. We remove this. Go run 185. Nothing changed. Okay, so we messed up. We did mess up. We did mess up. We did mess up. It is the way that we are using the our set that is crazy. Okay. How can we store make a set in Go? Don't we have a set in Go? Sets in Go. Let's see. Set cap does not have a built-in set. Okay. However, set can be efficiently implemented using Go's map type, which we are using true values. We are making a key equal to true if it is there. If this thing equals true, literally true. Let's see. Go build part1.go dot slash part1, run the thing, and nope, 185, which is the wrong answer. Type set structure new function takes in a lot of things, structures, returns a pointer to a set, new set function. this adds element to the set and removes element from the set. How to check if a key exists in a map and Go. How to do that? Let's see. Okay, add a bunch of keys, values. Value. Okay, check if banana exists. Okay, if okay, then print. Okay, this returns two things. That is actually crazy. But after this, so val, comma, okay, equals MP, and this like whole thing. And yes, if okay, then break. Otherwise, we don't actually care about the value. So that does work. That does work. No complaining now. Otherwise, take the thing and make it equal to true. Okay, let's see if this works. Go, go build part1 dot go dot csv dot slash part1 185. No, that is also wrong. Okay. Lazy update. Let's see. Okay, what is the error? Then in this thing, the okay, 185 is not the answer, so we can remove that. For example, if your instructions are this, the first location you visit twice is 4 blocks away due east. East, 4 blocks away due east. Go right 8 blocks, go down 4 blocks, go right left 4 blocks from there and go up. That is crazy. This is mid path. Shit. Okay, that is crazy. That is literally crazy. That is literally crazy. So they are saying we start from here, we move towards right 8 blocks, then we move down 4 blocks, and we move left 4 blocks, and then we move up 8 blocks. So this is 4 and this is 4. And the first location that we visited twice is here. That is messed up. How do we identify this point that we have visited twice? We moved a certain x distance, a certain y distance. Okay, whenever we are repeating point x and y, at least one of them will be equal to 0 when it was not equal to 0. So we went in some direction, we came back, but the thing here is this x is repeated, and this is a x that we have visited before, and also y that we have visited before. So if we just break this down into smaller pieces, so in the y sense, we at some point moved down by 4 and moved up by 8, and in x we moved right by 8 and then left by 4. So when we were here, like timeline at x was 0 to 8, and then we moved back. So we are going through all of these things, all of these points again till 4. And in y, if we plot this horizontally, then we moved towards left. So this goes from -0 to 0, and then we move -4 to 0, and then we moved 8 characters right, so somewhere here 8, and all of this space is repeated. So we are repeating y and we are repeating z, x. That is nice. There has to be and statement, as in when we are repeating x and y for the first time. And what is the location of that point? Shit, we can just take the maximum x and the maximum y. Okay, for x we will take the maximum. Initially maximum and minimum both are equal to 0, so nothing. And yes, and then yes, we will take the maximum. Here we moved 8 towards right, so maximum increased to 8 and the minimum was equal to 4, and then we moved left by 4. So from the current position, so that gives us a segment starting at 4 ending at 8, or starting at 8 and ending at 4, because we moved from right to left. And where does that overstep with this segment? It is from at this location 4 to 8, so that is an overlap. That is an overlap. But this is like the first question in Advent of Code, and I don't suppose this would be involving all of this. So yes, we will not apply this approach, because this cannot be like this much maths for the first question. Part 2. We are moving on a plane. So we have to think in simple ways. We are moving in a plane like this, whatever this is. And we have to find the first location which we repeat. Which we repeat. We cannot have all, or maybe we can. Shit. We can actually make a 2D vector. We can actually make a 2D vector of 1000 by 1000 size, 1000 like this, and then 1000 like this. But yes, where will we store there? Like, where will be our center? Our center would be at around 500, and we can do this because here in the test cases we don't have a lot of space to move. The maximum step that we are taking is 193. So this is a range of 500 in all of the 4 directions is quite big. It is quite enough. So whenever we make a step, we can literally move step by step and keep making all of those values equal to true. And if we encounter that, shit, this is true already, we are going to make this true, then that is the place which we have visited twice. Okay, let's do that. But before doing that, I'll have to go to the washroom. I'll be right back in 1 minute. Mm. I'm totally back. Let's finish this. Advent of code. Yes, we are facing difficulty in the first question of advent of code. That is funny. Okay, how do we make a array in Go? We know how to make an array. We just have to make it two-dimensional. That is fine. Okay, and we will keep track of the current position, current x and current y. Current x, current y, comma 0. Declared and not used. Never mind. Right here. Then we will say places equals make places equals make, and we will not be using the map that we had earlier. Make int, or that is wrong. Expected 2 or 3 arguments, but how much size? Because that is also not very right. uh, Places declared and not used. Okay, so that is the right thing to do. And initially the current x, current y, should which is x and y. Yes, my bad. X and y, current x and y, we'll say 500. That checks out. Or we can also think of them as origin, which they are. Origin. E- Yes, we do need the current thing, and then we will increment x and y, and we will also say that we were at this location. This is not Boolean. And places x, x, y equals true, and steps switch. In these switch statements, yeah, we have to find the answer in these switch statements. Okay, we will run a loop. If 0, that means we are moving this specified number of steps, which is a positive integer, for I equals 0, I is smaller than steps I plus plus. What do we do? We'll first check, have we come at this location before? If if places x and y, first we will like update y plus plus, and if we have visited this thing before, then we will also have a variable bool then equals false. This is not C++. Shit. Okay. Um, then equals false, and if at any point, then I messed up. Part1 dot go down. Go down. Yes, go down. Doing this. We can how range loop and go. Collection. Well, I do not have a collection. I just have numbers. Not numbers. I just have a number. Oh, Japanese. Nihon. That is Chinese, not Japanese. Hello. Are you doing from boot dev or learn X environments? Shit, you are right. I can also use boot dev. Shit, I'm very stupid. Shit, I could also be using boot dev. Boot dev is much better than anything else. Shit, yes, thank you for that. I'll be using boot dev. Shit, that is shit. Yes, boot dev is cool. Boot dev is cool. Boot dev, yes, learn Go. And who is the one that is teaching Go? Okay, I don't know this person. Alan maintainer. Shit, Go. Yes. Yes, I'll be using boot.dev for this. My bad. And which course does TG DevReach teaches? Memory management in C. Okay, that is nice. Memory management. Shit, yes, boot.dev. Boot.dev is cool. Boot.dev is cool. Boot.dev is cool. We should use boot.dev whenever we can. Okay. Yeah. Increment Y. Check if it is, and if it is not. If we have not visited this thing before, then say that now we have visited this thing. Break right X. And kind of the same thing for X here, and kind of the same thing for Y here in the opposite direction, and kind of the same thing for X here. And yes, this is very bad coding. And yes, should we also have to update the done variable? My bad. Substitute break with done new line. How can I give new line? Done equals that does what? Go build part1 dot go. Uh, it does compile 1140. That is messed up, and that is wrong. It is wrong because answer is not this, but minus 500, which is our origin minus 500. Go run. 140 turns out to be the answer, or at least we think so. 140. Earlier it was 185, like the thing that we were inputting, and that was wrong. That is the right answer. One gold star. Okay, that is nice. That is nice, and that is nice. Cool. And we got 2 gold stars. Like, shit, we are at the top. We have 2 gold stars. That is nice. Shit. We also have like green lighting, green neon lighting here. That is build. Those are buildings. That is nice. Anyway, that would be it for Go. I feel kind of overwhelmed now because this is a lot of new syntax and stuff. Yeah, so yeah, I need to take a break, and that would be it for today. So that would be it for today, and thank you for being here. Bye. And I hope that was helpful in some way. Anyways, bye.